Good morning, bachcho. So, in the last class, we successfully done and dusted with the IOS, interpretation of statues. Then we are starting a new chapter, new acts in our CA inter syllabus. GCA. बोलो बच्चों. General clauses act. Which act? Weightage around 6 to 10 marks. Around 8 marks. 6 marks to 10 marks. You can expect around 8 marks. Ara. So, first of all, what is the concept of GCA? What is the concept of the General Clauses Act? Let us try to understand. Once you understand the concept, the topic will become easy. For example, Ashutosh is there. Who is there, beta? Ashutosh. 4 years. Ashutosh. 4, 5, 6 years. First class, LKG, UKG, preschool. Obviously, Ashutosh is such a gentleman, compliant by birth. Babu. Boost, Bournvita, Horlicks, सब मिलके खाते पीते. Sharper, taller, brighter. This baby is but 4 years baby, Ashutosh baby. So people get understanding at that age only. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Yeah. If you spend the time with this 3 years baby, 4 years baby, 5 years baby, no, but you'll ask so many doubts. If you go to out with that baby, no, beta. When car is going on, he will ask, what is that? It's a car. Where it is going? It's going to village. Why it is going to village? His mummy is there. Why mummy is there? You'll ask so many doubts. How many doubts? So when they say new things, his brain will work. They can able to understand. Okay, it is a car. It is a food. It is a snake. It is a something. If they're unable to understand, they will ask the mummy. They will ask the mummy. Mummy can explain, Babu. Don't touch this. This is dangerous. Transform. So don't touch this. This is bad animal. Yes, sir. No, sir. Who will explain? Mummy. So when he's having get out, Ashutosh know everything. Basically, he can able to understand because he's a competent boy. If he's unable to understand something, no, but he can ask the mummy. He can ask the mummy. Mummy can explain. Since Ashutosh is such a talented, he's asking a doubt to mummy. He's not understanding something, so he's asking the mummy. He's asking the doubt in such a way that mummy can't answer. Stop eating. So mummy can't understand. Who can't understand? Then mummy will tell. Go and ask mummy's mummy, grandmother. Which mother? Amma. Which amma? Amma's amma. Mummy's mummy. Right? Aged about 85 years. She know everything. Amma. 85 years, 90 years. She know everything. She's a doctor. She's an engineer. She's a carpenter. She know everything. Getting headache. John bomb lagao. Getting cold. Oh, haldi ka दूध पी लो. So she has a solution for every question. Who? Amma. Mummy's mummy. और मम्मी's मम्मी को बोलते हैं GCA. क्या बोलते हैं? How? Because Amma know everything. Amma know. One act is there, like Ashutosh. Oh, act का नाम Companies Act. Which act? In Companies Act, 470 sections are there. Nearly 250 pages are there. Around 227, I think. 427, I think. In 470 sections, hundreds of words are used, thousands of words are used. All the words are defined in section 2. Section. One word is used in the Companies Act, but Companies Act don't know the meaning of that word, like SEBI. Then we will refer the SEBI. SEBI will explain what is the meaning of SEBI. Because security, the word security is used in the Companies Act, but the word security is not, look at screen. One word security is there. That word is used in the Companies Act, but Companies Act is not defining. So we may refer the SEBI. We may refer the SECRA. We may refer the RBI. मिल गया meaning of the word security, because since it is not defined in the company, so we are looking at the SEBI, looking at the SECRA, looking at the one word is used called land in the Companies Act. The word is used called immovable property in the Companies Act. Company may create the charge on the movable property or immovable property. That word is used in the Companies Act. Then I went to section 2. The word immovable property is not defined in section 2 of the Companies Act. Looking at the SEBI, nahi hai. SECRA bhi nahi hai. I'm looking at the RBI, looking at the Contract Act, kidhar bhi not defined. The word called immovable property. That word definition we will take it from the immovable property. Which property? Immovable property. Then few words are there. They are not defined in our act or some special act. Those words meanings we will take from the GCA. It is like a dictionary of all the acts. Dictionary of, it is a law of other laws. Law of other laws. मम्मीस ये क्या है बेटा? हम लोग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट हमको समझ में ना यार, मम्मी को पूछते स्पेशल एक्ट लाइक SEBI, SECRA, FEMA. One word is there, that word is not defined in our act, not defined in the special act. We will go for the GCA. बेटा ये क्या है बेटा? हमारे एक्ट का नाम क्या है बेटा? जनरल क्लॉज एक्ट. जनरल मीन्स जनरली एप्लीकेबल टू एवरीवन. General clause means general definition. General clause means general. In this act, few definitions are given which are applicable to every act. Applicable to every act. If that word is not defined in that act. Ganesh Pass का है concept, है ना? If you look at his book only, इसका book में नहीं है, बाजू वाले का देखते, because इस book में नहीं है. Then yes sir, no sir, clear na? It will contain the general provisions. Which provisions? You are doing like this here. Applicable to every act. Applicable to. It contains general definitions, general provisions. General definitions, general provisions. For example, company has to file return with ROC within 30 days. How to calculate 30 days? How to calculate? Will be different in the Companies Act only, but not there. और किधर से लेना? GCA. ये डिक्शनरी है बेटा. क्या है? इसमें ले सकते हैं. Any act interpretation के लिए. Worldwide we call it as a IOS. In India we call it as a GCA. Worldwide we call it as a interpretation of statutes. India में बोलते हैं General Clause Act. This act helps you to understand other acts. Law of other laws. Law of वो क्या है बेटा? अमम्मा एक्ट है. विच एक्ट? अमम्मा को सब मालूम है. Go to Amama with one problem, she will give the solution, except computer and mobile. She know everything. She know. GCA ने बेटा उन्हें बोला मुझे सब मालूम. क्या मालूम? सब मालूम. If you want, I will give you the meaning of the words, meaning of the few provisions. GCA are a summary of the act. Words are defined in the every act. If the word is not defined, we will take it from the some special act. Not defined in the special act also, we will take it from the. ये act का नाम क्या है बेटा? General Definitions Act, General Provisions Act, which is applicable to every act. Applicable to every act. आशुतोष, अरे बेटा, बच्चा, अब शुरू करेंगे बेटा. In few countries we call it as a general interpretation of statutes. In India we call it as a General Clause Act. This act helps you to understand other acts. It is the law of laws. Law of then it is like a dictionary of central laws, means laws passed in the Parliament of India. Passed in the Parliament of India. If law is passed in the assembly or state law bolte beta, this law is applicable to central laws. That is central laws. This act is applicable to central laws passed before independence, after independence also. Contract act before independence, sales of goods act, NI act before independence, companies act after independence. This act is applicable to laws passed before independence and also the after independence also. So it's a law of the all the laws. It's like a dictionary for all other laws. This act came into force from bolo bachcho 11th March. MCQ क्या है बेटा? Before 1897 we used to have the 1887. Before that we used to have the 1868. उसको omit कर दिया बेटा. क्या कर दिया? Omitted. Repeal कर दिया. क्या कर दिया? Repeal. Removed. Section 76 to 123 of the Indian Contract Act repealed. They formed a new act called SOGA. CA Foundation में नहीं पढ़ा बेटा. Section 76 to 123 of the Indian Contract Act repealed. They calling it as a Sales of Goods Act. Yeah. So once upon a time we used to have the 1968 वो repeal कर दिया, 1887 repeal कर दिया, and we are replacing it with the GCA 1897. 18 law of all other laws, law of the next. इसमें क्या रहते बेटा? General Clause Act contains the definition of some words. Which words? In the act, the word month is used. What is used? Month. What is the meaning of month? M1TH इसमें से ले लेना. Year इसमें से ले लेना. Financial year इसमें से ले लेना. Immovable property इसमें से ले लेना. Penalty. What is the meaning of penalty? ये एक्ट में definition रहता. Then what is the meaning of immovable property? ये इसमें कुछ भी नहीं रहता बेटा. कल definitions रहता. क्या रहता? आसान रहता, हल्का हल्का रहता. पानी पिए तो कैसे जाता अंदर? ऐसा जाता सब्जेक्ट भी. వాటర్ తాగితే ఎలా వెళ్తుందో అలా వెళ్ళాలి సబ్జెక్ట్. సంస్కృత कैसे जाता अंदर ऐसा जाना सब्जेक्ट. బాగా నాయన बेटा अंदर रहना. Yeah, it contains the general definitions of some words and also general principles of and general provisions. General definitions and general provisions. ये देखो बेटा. General provisions, general definitions. Applicable to all the laws. Applicable to if that special act is silent only. This act intends to provide the same. He will tell the same thing 10 times. I say as it is. It contains the. It intends to provide the general definitions. Which definitions? General definitions which shall be applicable to all the central acts and regulations where there is no definition in the those special acts. Then GCA is very effective in the absence of the clear definition in the special act. Act is then in that act the word security is used not defined, land is used not defined, property is used not defined. इसमें ले लेते. General Clause Act has been enacted to shorten the language used in the parliament. But the word month is then M1TH month is used in the Contract Act, Sales Act, to Companies Act, LLP Act, NI Act, Income Tax Act also. So we should define the meaning of the month in 5 laws. By same parliament. Parliament बोला मेरे को उतना टाइम नहीं है. Companies Act is there, NI Act is there, Income Tax Act is there, GST is there. These 4 laws came from Parliament of India, from me only. I don't want to define the meaning of the word month in 4 times. एक ही बार I will define in the General Clause Act. आपका होना month का meaning ले लो. आपका होना month का meaning ले लो. अम्मा जिसे Income Tax Act आके ले लो. अम्मा GST. If you want the meaning of the month, please come and take it. I don't have that much of time. I am busy. I am Babu Baga busy. GCA is very effective. Enacted to shorten the language used in the parliament legislature and avoid the repetition of the same words in the same course of the same piece of legislature. I don't want to define the same thing in the so many acts of the same Parliament of India. Same Parliament of India, so many laws can एक बार I will define. It does not have any territorial extent. इसका मतलब क्या है बेटा? For example, for एग्जाम्पल के जैसे दिखना बेटा, देखना all the characters, examples, fictitious, not intending to harm the emotions of any person. Yes or no sir? Disclaimer. There is an act called, for example, example beta, okay na, Companies Act. Which act? Applicable, in fact it's applicable to whole of India including Jammu and Kashmir. For example, Companies Act is there applicable to whole of India except Kanyakumari. Example beta, so it is applicable, no applicable, reality, for the purpose of example I am giving. This act is applicable to whole of India excluding the Kanyakumari. And one act is there, for example NI Act. This act is applicable to whole of India except Gujarat. Gujarat na beta wala, Rajasthan, Gujarat. Applicable to whole of India excluding Gujarat. If I applying the GCA to Companies Act, GCA to Companies Act, Companies Act also applicable to whole of India excluding Kanyakumari. If I applying, control చేసుకుంటున్నావా, if I applying the GCA to NI Act, which act? NI Act. So GCA also applicable to whole of India excluding Gujarat. So it does not have any territorial extent. The territorial extent is based on the to which act we are applying. The same thing he can ask in the exam also. अरे बेटा समझ में आया? Generally, section 1 of the act will explain I am applicable to whole of India excluding Jammu and Kashmir, I am applicable to whole of India excluding Kanyakumari, I am applicable to whole of India excluding state and MP. होना kada? The applicability of this act based on the another act to which we are using this. So act does not define any territorial extent. Its applicability primarily with reference to the all the central laws but not to state laws. Central act is extended to any territory. That is, Companies Act is applicable to whole of India excluding Kanyakumari. In our example, the GCA would also deem it to be applicable to whole of India excluding Jammu and Kashmir for the purpose of example. Then so GCA is applicable only to central laws but not to state laws. How about the state laws? How to interpret the state laws? Every state will have state GCA, State and General Clause Act. The state GCA should be in line with the central GCA. 95% should be similar. Why we are having separate GCAs for the state? Because every state will have its own customs, traditions, values, beliefs, as per their own beliefs. So they may make small changes, but majority part of the state GCA should be as per the central GCA, in line with the central GCA. So it may also be able to understand that. It may also be noted that act does not apply to state laws. It is evident that state general clause acts should conform to the central GCA. Every state GCA should be in line with the central GCA. Otherwise, different rules of interpretation will arise. Divergent means different rules. Clear? Again, same thing. Objective of the act to shorten the language of the statute and to provide the uniformity of expression for every law. Monthly means this thing only for every act. Penalty means this thing only for every act. Immovable property means this thing only for every act unless you are specifying another thing. So uniformity expression in the central acts and giving the definitions of the series of the terms in the common use. Which use? These words are used in every law, but that law is not defining the meaning. So the purpose of the GCA is to place one single act different provisions with regard to interpretation of the words and legal principles which would otherwise have been specified in the separately in the many acts. I don't want to define the meaning of the month in many laws, only once. उसको बोलते हैं GCA. So worldwide we call it as a interpretation of statutes. India में बोलते हैं GCA. In many countries, legislation similar to GCA is called as interpretation of statutes. The title GCA is not less appropriate. वो भी अच्छा है बेटा. And usually telling that my name is fine. Who is telling? Act is telling that my name is good only. So GCA also appropriate only, then not less appropriate. देखो इधर तक इंट्रोडक्शन बेटा. Keep the heading GCA. Even we are reading this much, we may get maximum 10, 5 to 6 points on. GCA introduction. It is like a dictionary of all the. ऐसे लिखो बेटा first of all. General Clauses Act. Clause means general definitions, general provisions. I said to leave 2 pages after every act for writing the first of all leaving the place. देखो, it is like a dictionary of all central laws. It is the law of all other laws. Law of all other laws. Next, applicability. Keep the heading applicability. It is enacted on 11th March 1897. It does not have any text territorial extent. It does not have any territorial extent. That is, if central act is applicable to particular territory, territory means location. If the act is applicable to, if the central act is applicable to extended to particular territory, GCA also applicable to such territory. It is applicable only to central laws but not to state laws. Every state has to make its own state law, state GCA. Every state has to make their own state GCA, comma, it should be in line with the, in line means as per, similar to, it should be in line with the central GCA. Then next, contents of GCA, scope of GCA इसमें क्या रहता, scope of GCA, it contains, heading क्या रहेगा बेटा, scope. It contains, GCA contains a some general definitions, B some general provisions. Next line, which will be applicable to any central act for the purpose of interpretation. Sir जी अपना लिखते बेटा, you will only do time pass, huh? You only act like writing. Then why to hold the pen? Don't hold the pen. You're not writing for me. It contains general provisions, general definitions which are applicable to any central act if, for the purpose of interpretation, if such central act is silent. If the act is silent, meaning of the word, we will take it from here. Purpose of the act. A. A. To shorten the language of the A. To shorten the language of parliament. To shorten the language of the parliamentary legislature. B. To avoid the repetition of the same words. To avoid the repetition of the meaning of same words. To avoid the repetition to avoid the repetition of meaning of same words in various legislatures. In legislatures, various acts, laws. C. To maintain uniformity of the expression. To maintain the uniformity of the expression of the words in various central laws. Done? Yeah. Next, keep the heading. Keep the heading. Interpretation and GCA. Interpretation of Statutes and General Clauses Act. In many countries, it is called as interpretation of acts. But in India, it is called as General Clauses Act. In India, it is called as the General Clauses Act. How many points came, beta? 10 points. 10, 12. Next heading. Yeah. So, majority things we already have discussed in the iOS from this chapter. First one is the preamble, basic understanding of the clauses. So, we have completed the preamble in the last chapter, iOS. Ye ho gaya beta. Definitions also we have completed in the last act itself. Interpretation statutes. Means includes we have completed in the General Clauses Act. Shall and may also we have completed in the General Clauses Act. Interpretation of statutes. Done na? So, should I explain or we will write it as homework? What is preamble? Interpretation of statutes. So preamble means it explains the scope, objective and purpose of the act. Already we have discussed in depth in the already interpretation of statutes. Next, definitions also we already we have discussed in the interpretation of statutes in depth. Happy? Next, shall and may also we have discussed already in the last chapter. As it is better, it will not change. Is the material I was. Okay, Ganesh, happy? Yeah. आ गए मैं आ गया रे. Definitions. क्या है बेटा? और टॉपिक क्या है बेटा, हमारा टॉपिक क्या है बेटा, जनरल क्लॉजेस एक्ट. इट मीन्स जनरल definitions, general provisions. General definitions. क्या है बेटा, general definitions are given in section 2, but here section 3 में दिया बेटा. हाँ, from here एग्जाम में आता आया आ रहा. एक्ट कहते बेटा, क्या है बेटा, एक्ट. एक्ट मीन्स नॉट लॉ, एक्टिविटी. क्या है बेटा, activity includes beta if any one act is there, companies act to NI act, if a person acts like this is there. What is the meaning of activity, what is the meaning of the act is defined in section 3.2. You can take this definition to any act if that act is silent. Here act means work beta, doing, working, behaving like this, but not कानून नहीं बेटा. So the act includes the activity used with reference to any offense or civil wrong. Offense or the civil wrong shall include, it includes the series of the activities. It includes the, you're doing a murder activity, you're doing a rape, another activity, you're doing the chori, another activity. It includes the series of the acts, it includes the series of the words, it also includes the illegal omissions. Which omission? Every company has to file the return with ROC within 30 days. Not filing with ROC, every company has to file the return with ROC. Not filing, filing legal, not filing. Yes sir, no sir. You should not maintain the wine shop in particular locality because temple is there, masjid is there, church is there, but you're opening the wine shop. वो illegal है बेटा. क्या है बेटा, illegal activity. Which activity? Then if you remember these three words, but ABC 3 mark, otherwise next attempt. लिखो, keep the heading act. leave 2 papers for the वो definitions लिखना, पक्का लिखना, और एक बार लिखना, नहीं तो ऐसे will ask you to write 3 attempts. Before attempt write 3 times, otherwise attempt 3 attempts लिखना पड़ेगा. बार बार पढ़ना, 4 बार पढ़ना, बार बार लिखना, 4 बार लिखना. कब? Before going to attempt. Otherwise I will ask you to write 4 attempts. To avoid 4 attempts, write 4 times before the exam. All subjects. आ रहा, लिखो. Leave 2 pages for the above definitions and etc. The heading act. पार्ट एडिक्टेड बेटा, ये भी डिक्टेट करना, लिख सकते ना बाद में. You'll be free after 6 to 12. Act used with reference to civil or reference to an offense or civil wrong. लिखो फटाफट लिखो. Done. So you completed na beta. What happened to you people? Same student, same class, same faculty. ये देखो बेटा, एग्जाम में आया 3 मार्क के लिए. डिफाइन द टर्म एफिडेविट अंडर सोगा, सोगा बोलते ना, GCA 3 मार्क. हाउ मेनी मार्क्स? डिफाइन एफिडेविट. affidavit means a document, written document confirming some fact. So Pragya writing before the court, my name is Pragya, my age 17 years, I am staying in the Kukatpalli, my address is 2 dash 3 dash 4 dash, and she is signing over there. इसको बोलते हैं affidavit. Written statement confirming some fact. The fact is, reality is my name is Pragya only. The fact is my age is 17 only. The fact is I am staying in Kukatpalli only. The fact is my door number is 2 dash 3 dash 4 dash only. Written statement confirming some fact, उसको बोलते हैं affidavit. उसको बोलते हैं then document confirming some fact officially, उसको बोलते हैं affidavit. ये डेफिनेशन है बेटा, ये लिख के तो बस एग्जाम में, टू द बेस्ट ऑफ माय नॉलेज. इसे पूरा एक्सप्लेनेशन है बेटा. द टेबल लेंस इज एक्सप्लेनिंग इन ऑर्डिनरी लैंग्वेज. देन इज आस्किंग लाइक दिस, नो, ये लिखना. Affidavit shall include affirming. Affirming means accepting. I'm accepting that my name is Pragya. So affidavit includes affirming or declaring. We discussed in CA Foundation also. Declaration from subscribers and first directors. We have not committed any offense under this act or any of the previous companies do in the previous 5 years. So remember, incorporation of the company. Affidavit from subscribers, affidavit from the promoters, affidavit from the first directors of the company, subscribers of the company. So what is affidavit beta? Affidavit includes accepting or explaining. Declaring means explaining, expressing. In case of the person law allowed to affirm or declare instead of the swearing, instead of the swearing, we लिख के दे रहा some facts. She said that I am staying in this area. Oh, affidavit है बेटा. So some murder was happened, murder, and somebody saying that Pragya only did the murder. इन्हें लिख के दिया, on the day of murder in Hyderabad, I was in the Mumbai. ये affidavit क्या है बेटा? Written statement confirming some facts. She is giving to the tribunal, my name is CA Pragya, it's my membership number, it's my CA form, membership number and address. वो affidavit है, written statement confirming some facts. Generally we will give the affidavit before the court, before an official body. Then the same thing he is explaining better. Same thing is writing in 2-3 lines. It contains a bus se beta exam mein likhe to bas. If you writing this thing also super mind blowing. The two important points are there. One is affirming, other one is the declaring, other one is the instead of the swearing. Is writing the same thing in 2 points. That's it. It is inclusion, which is beta. Affidavit includes, and we can add something else also. It is inclusive in nature. It states that affidavit shall include affirming and declaring. लिखो बेटा. Affidavit 10 mark. If you remember this 1 line or 2 lines. If you want the expression, same thing you can write. Include one statement, you can write. Affirming and declaring another statement, you can write. This thing one more line you can write if you want. Done. Next ఏంటంట सेंट्रल एक्ट. विच एक्ट बेटा ये एसजी इंटरप्रिटेशन है बेटा. ये नहीं लिखना एग्जाम में. इट्स माय ओन क्रिएशन. इधर तक लिखना है बेटा, काले इधर तक लिखना. ये पूरा एसजी का इंटरप्रिटेशन है बेटा, फॉर बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग पर्पस. ये नहीं लिखना एग्जाम में. सेंट्रल एक्ट. विच एक्ट? Central Act means Act of the Parliament of India after independence. After beta this act is applicable to pre-independence laws, post-independence laws, both. After independence, Central Act means act passed in the Parliament of India, passed in the ऐसा नहीं लिखना एग्जाम में, ऐसा ही लिखना, but I am explaining. Before independence, in the place of parliament, parliament was not there. In the place of the parliament, few other British officers used to be there. वो कौन है बेटा? Dominion legislature कहते बेटा. क्या है बेटा? Dominion legislature. What is the meaning of dominion? Look, before independence, India was not divided into states, mandals, and districts. Dominions and provinces. Porgallu province, Bombay province, Calcutta province, Calcutta dominion. Dominion means kind of state. Madras province, Madras dominion. Like now we're calling it as a state, mandal, district, taluka, village. Right now, beta. Right now we are having the system like India, states, districts, taluka, mandal, village, gully. But before independence, we are not used to have the states. We used to have the dominions. Porugallu and Varangal and Madras and Madras province, Madras dominion, Bombay dominion, Calcutta dominion, Saurashtra dominion. Saurashtra was one dominion ruled by some kings at that time. Travancore dominion. Travancore मालूम है बेटा? Kerala. Yes sir, no sir. उसको बोलते हैं dominion. Head of the dominion. Head of the dominion passing any act, no, that is deemed to be central act. Which act? After independence, central act means act of the parliament. Act of the clear. Happy. Very important. Words are very very important and difficult to remember also in the exam. How upcoming it is, remember. Act of the dominion legislature are the Indian legislature passed before the commencement of the constitution, and act made before the commencement by the before such commencement by the before dominions we used to have the GGC, Governor General Council. Before that GG, Governor General. कौन है बेटा? Who is the last Governor General of India? Mountbatten, Lord Mountbatten. मालूम है बेटा? That guy give the independence to India. Divided the India and Pakistan also. Lord Mountbatten. Lord Mountbatten is a British army officer representing the British people in India. Ultimate head of the British people. इसको बोलते हैं गवर्नर जनरल. మనకు ఉంటాయి కదరా ఇంట్లో పోలీస్ సిస్టమ్లా మామూలుగా ఇన్స్పెక్టరు, సబ్ ఇన్స్పెక్టరు, ఎస్పీ, డిఎస్పీ. In the British army, designations are there. Highest designation is the Governor General or Governor General Council. Clear na beta? That guy you used to rule the India on behalf of the London British people. Then Governor General. If that guy passing any act that is deemed to be the central act. Which act? Before independence. Example, British India Contract Act, British India NI Act, British India Sales of Goods Act, British India Partnership Act. After independence निकाल दिया ब्रिटिश को. Indian Contract Act, Indian Partnership Act, Indian NI Act हो गया. और making life very easy. Remove British, खत्म. British India Contract Act, India निकाल दिया 1872. Clear है बेटा? So central act means act of the Parliament of India. Act of the, it includes acts passed by the Dominion legislature. It includes the acts passed by the Governor General Council or the Governor General. Then so these people used to make the laws in India before independence. After independence, Parliament of India is making the law. Clear? Click. How you want to write? You can write like this only. Otherwise, you can write like this. Easy to understand like this. Sir, if you want to write like this, I say लिखो. आपका मन से. बेटा ये नहीं लिखे तो नहीं आता बेटा. एक बार नहीं लिखना, 4 बार लिखना. Otherwise, how we complete this thing? If you don't write like this, as this लिखो. Otherwise, you can write like this also. Easy. Otherwise, this wording you cannot understand easily. Write like this. After independence, don't write after independence in the exam. Tell mean Parliament of India. But before independence, itla. Dominion legislature or the Governor General Council or Governor General. These people used to make the laws in India. कुछ बजेगा तो बाद में लिखो बेटा, बुक में रहता. नेक्स्ट डेफिनेशन ऑफ द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, एक पेज रहता बेटा. डेफिनेशन ऑफ द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. विच गवर्नमेंट? सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट मीन्स पार्लियामेंट ऑफ इंडिया राइट नाउ आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस. But I'm dividing into chart easy for understanding. After independence, central government means president of India beta. Who is the ultimate head in the India? President of India. This is after independence. But as an array same material mein only this thing will be there. So for understanding purpose, after commencement of the constitution, before constitution, I am writing like that. So central government, not it is very difficult to remember. If you want to remember, okay. Otherwise, leave it this definition 3 mark or 2 marks, because you will use different words. But I will explain. It's my fact. It's my duty. So central government, which government? Central government. Before the commencement of the constitution, who is the central government? Why रहता? GGA, GCA, general governor or it means Governor General Council. It means Governor General Council. Ultimate in India. Right now is President of India. Before President and before independence, Governor General Council is the ultimate British office in India. Then it includes the subordinates. It includes in relation to functions interested in relation to administration. Administration क्या होता है? Functions क्या होता है? Anita Madam is there. Srinath Sir is there. And beta SG is there. We are the functional heads. Accounts head, law head, auditing head, like that. Praveen sir is there, no? He's administrator. He's a administrator. Then for district, administration will be there, functions will be there. In relation to functions, central government means government of province or principal government. Principal government. Just remember that words, these British names, these British designations. In relation to administration, central government means Chief Commissioner of Province or Chief Commissioner, both are same. And after independence, central government means President of India. Yes sir, no sir. And it includes in relation to functions interested in government of the state or state government. In relation to administration of UT, Union Territory, administrator. Right now CMs are there, no beta? CM. After independence, CM concept is not there. Chief Minister concept is not there. These are the concepts. Administrator is the head of the locality. After independence, after immediately. Clear na? So state government anta. And in relation to Part C states. A states? Okay, I will explain. Tension hone ka nahi beta. In relation to Part C states, Chief Commissioner or Lieutenant Governor. Lieutenant is a designation in the British Army actually. Even British people left in 1949, still their influence is there. Clear na beta? The names, the positions, and government of the neighboring state or other authority. These are deemed to be central government. Which government? ये पूरा कुछ भी नहीं बेटा. Designations of the government officers in the British Army. Clear? So ये क्या है सर? Part C states क्या है? After independence. After used to be like this. India used to be like this. Once upon a time. One part is taken by the Pakistani people. One part is taken by the Bangladesh people. One part is taken by the Nepal. Various parts it is divided. But basically, there was only one Bharat. But one part is taken by Bangladesh people. One part is taken by the Pakistani people. One part is taken by Nepali people. separate states हो गया. And after that ये बच गया बेटा हमको. One part is taken by Jammu Kashmir, Hara Singh. ये बच गया हमको after independence. After independence, this is one act came बेटा. वो act का नाम है State Reorganization Act अंटा. क्या है बेटा? 1956. As per this act, ये ऐसे मतलब में नहीं है. I am taken from the Google and etc. So clear है बेटा? As per this act, India was divided into 4 parts. How many parts? First, Part A states anta. A states anta. These are ruled by the governor appointed by the president. Governor appointed by the president anta. President of India. इसमें क्या क्या आता? 9 states कहते हैं. असम, बिहार, बॉम्बे, मध्य प्रदेश, मद्रास, ओडिशा, पंजाब, उत्तर प्रदेश, वेस्ट बंगाल. And part B states anta, ruled by the Raj Pramukh and kings. British people are left, still kings are there, no? But even today kings are there. And Mysore kings are there, no? Like that. So part B states are ruled by the Raj Pramukh, like Hyderabad Nawabs, Jammu Kashmir Hara Singh, Madhya Pradesh, I don't know king name, Madhya Bharat कहते, Mysore, Patiala, Punjab, Rajasthan, Saurashtra, Travancore kings. These are the part B states. Which states? Part C states, which we covered backside, है ना? Part C states governed by the chief commissioner appointed by the president of India. इसमें क्या क्या आता? अजमेर, भोपाल, बिलासपुर, कूर्ग, दिल्ली, हिमाचल प्रदेश, कच्छ, मणिपुर, त्रिपुरा, विंध्या प्रदेश. क्या है? Part D states अंटा governed by the lieutenant governor. Designation बेटा, आर्मी designation. So इसमें एक क्या आता? अंडमान and Nicobar Islands. So like that India was divided into 4 parts. How many parts? Part A, part B, part A. So here it is part C states. Then this is a definition of the central government. Which government? देखेंगे एक बार. Not required. If you want to remember, you can remember. 3 mark के लिए आता. So after this definition of the central government, other definitions are small definitions only बेटा, उतना टेंशन नहीं होने करें. Commencement ये important है बेटा एग्जाम में. When act is deemed to be commenced. When act is deemed to be commenced. बेटा one act is there. Example, Companies Act only. Act is passed in the Parliament of India on, for example, 15/5/25. Clear na? They said we want to apply to India from 1/6/25. 1/6/25. The act is deemed to be commencing from 1/6/25. Clear na? The act is passed on 15/5/25. They are not specifying any another date of applicability. Then the act is deemed to be commencing from 15/5/25. समझ में आया what I said? आया ना आया? So act is passed on 15/5/25. 15/5/25. But we said we want to apply this to India from 1/6. Then act is deemed to be applicable from 1/6. Till now clear? Act is passed on the 1/5/25, but nothing specifying like this. Then the act is deemed to be commencing from the 15/5/25. 15/5. Then so one act is there. We are unable to understand from which date the act is deemed to be commenced. Take it from the 313. 313. It can be used for any law. Which law? This will come again. One more, section 5, I think. The same thing will come again. Done. Click. Commencement of the act means the date on which act comes into force. Same thing is explained here with example. Clear? Next heading, document. But a definition important document. He's asking so many times in the exam. I did not specify the dates, years, but document. Already we have discussed in the iOS last definition. I said no, there also I said a exam mein aa raha bol ke. Same definition but as it is, because definition will not change, no. If you see iOS also last heading as per GCA, it will be there. Document shall includes any matter written. The matter may be written. The matter may be expressed. The matter may be described. Upon any substance. The substance may be rock. If you go to old temple, the substance may be any that metal. Ragi name copper metal. It can be on the leaf. Old and we used to write on the leaves. Yes or no, sir? On any substance. How you are writing that on that substance in the form of letters, Sanskrit or Hindi or Telugu, mostly Sanskrit in India, and figures. That means bommalesturu, Raja, Rani, something like that. Bhagwan ka figure, or marks, and keeping some marks, or any other form, which is intended to be used and which may be used for the purpose of the recording of the matter. So we are using the substance for recording of the matter. The matter can be in the form of the letters, figures or marks. इसको बोलते हैं document. इसको बोलते हैं it needed be on paper always. Clear? देखो important beta. as is लिखना है दो. A single point I am not divided two parts, but it's a single point. लिखना बेटा. It includes any matter. Any matter. ABC लिखो. It includes easy for revision बाद में. It includes any matter. Written A, written B, expressed C, described. Next line. Upon any substance in the form of A, letter, B, figure, C, marks. Four. By more than one of these means next line, which is intended to be used or which may be used for the purpose of recording. But वो definition ऐसा समझना, how to understand, you have to remember. That's it. You can't do anything because वो definition है बेटा. Enactment क्या है बेटा? Next heading definition is the enactment means act, law. Enactment means कानून or law or legislature. Then so enactment includes we have discussed already iOS. Statute includes law, rule, regulation, bylaws, notification, circular. So enactment before independence, enactment includes regulation and regulation of Bengal, Madras, Bombay Code. It includes provision contained in any act. Every provision is an act only, and it has been held that enactment would also include act of the parliament or act of the state. After enactment means after independence, act passed in the parliament, act passed in the assembly. Before independence, in the place of assembly and parliament, what used to be there? Beta Bengal province, Madras province, Bombay province, something like that used to be there. Then look, enactment or law. Enactment includes A, regulation, B, regulation of Bengal, Madras, Bombay Code, C, any provision contained in any act. Topic is easy, but we require more revisions because new things, no, but new wordings, and it also includes B. It includes any act made by union parliament or state legislature. So इधर से easy रहता है बेटा definitions, एक एक लाइन रहता. Next, financial year कहता, which year? Which means year commencing from the first day of the April. Year means January to December. ये difference है बेटा 366 लिखो. Next, financial year. It means the year commencing from first day of April. One mark, 2 marks. Very easy. Next, year means year commencing from, year means year as per the British calendar. Year means year as per British calendar. Which starts from Jan, ends on December. Good faith, थोड़ा important बेटा. For example, what is, who's Holden Due Course and enact CA Foundation? Holden Due Course, CA Foundation, who received an instrument in good faith for consideration before maturity. First condition is in good faith. और good faith का meaning क्या है? In NI Act, good faith is not defined. In NI Act, that good faith is used but not defined. इधर से ले लेना. Good faith means doing something honestly. Yes sir, no sir. I am teaching a section wrong way, but I am thinking it is right. I am teaching in good faith. Teaching in अच्छा भरोसा. Which भरोसा? I am believing that I am teaching is right. That's why I am teaching. Intentionally जानबूझ के कावाలని होना बोल के to make you fail I am teaching wrong. That is not good faith. That is not a then a thing shall be deemed to be done in good faith where it is in fact done honestly. How beta? Whether it is done negligently or not. ये लिखे तो 2 मार्क है बेटा. Simply it means doing activity without mens rea. Mens rea means और ये नहीं बेटा. Guilty of the mind. Which mind? होना बोल के, जानबूझ के, కావాలని, intentionally, తెలిసి నీకు లాస్ కావాలి, ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ ద సంథింగ్ రాంగ్, उसको बोलते हैं मेंस रिया. I know I'm doing murder, still I'm doing मेंस रिया. I don't know that I'm doing the murder. I did it without मेंस रिया. लिखो, ये लिखे तो बस ये बेटा एग्जाम में आए तो ये एक्सप्लेनेशन है. लिखो, good faith means, देखो, a thing shall be deemed to be done in good faith where it is done in fact, where it is in fact done honestly, whether it is done negligently or not. So definition है simply without any mens rea. Where is rea? I remember that which movie re? Government का दे बेटा. Next heading government. लिखो, government means government includes A CG, B SG. That's it. 2 mark. Government includes A CG, B SG. Next, government security. ये क्या है बेटा? ये important है बेटा. ये देखिए, I kept stars all that. Exam में आ रहा. Next, government security means security of A CG, B SG. हाँ आसान है, देखो चैप्टर. डरते जना A nice sound. A security of CG, security of इमूव प्रॉपर्टी एग्जाम में आ रहा है बेटा, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अम्मा बंगार तल्ली. इमूव प्रॉपर्टी includes land. It includes land. Benefits arising out of the land. For example, I purchase the land. In that land, one tree is there. What is there? Tree में मेरे को आता नहीं आता, भी मेरे को ना आता. And things attached to earth. Things attached to. I purchased 1 acre of the land. In that land, one well is there. Well, buy. Will he take it? Being a seller, I will get the land. I will get the tree on the land. I will get the that well also. For well, one bore is installed. Bore भी मेरे को आता नहीं आता, आता. Yes sir, no sir. Recently I was reading one story. There was a teacher. There was a lawyer. Lawyer was selling a well. Well no, मालूम है ना बेटा, बेटा पानी में रहते अंदर, इसको well बोलते, बाई बोलते. तुम्हें क्या बोलते हैं कुछ? हाँ हाँ, you know the Hindi to some extent. कुआ क्या है बेटा? So lawyer is selling Pragna, advocate Pragna selling the well to her teacher SG. So I paid the 1 lakh rupees for that well also. Superstar, Hushar, Pragna. After 1 week she came. She said, Srinath sir, I showed you only well, but not the water inside. But not the water inside. So you have to pay, since you are keeping my water, you have to pay 1,000 rupees per month as the rent. Sure. Is she? They do sure. I said, Pragna, actually I thought of calling you. I purchased only well. Please take your water immediately. I don't want any single drop. It should not come again also. If you keep the water, if you keep the water in my well, no, you have to pay 10,000 rupees per month as a rent. Yes sir, no sir. So in the life be Hushar, don't be dead Hushar. So when I purchase well, no बेटा उसको पानी भी मेरे को आता. Yes sir, no. So exam में आ रहा बेटा ये. It includes land, benefits arising of the land, things attached to earth, permanently fastened and attached to land like borewell. Things attached to land, permanently fastened to anything or attached to earth. क्लियर है बेटा? एग्जाम्पल भी एग्जाम में आया बेटा. आई परचेज लैंड, ऑन द लैंड वन ट्री इज देयर. ट्री मेरे को मिलता, वो भैया लेके जाता, सेलर लेके जाता. ट्री भी मेरे को आता. ट्री को आम है बेटा, फ्रूट, मैंगो, मैंगो भी मेरे को आता. टिम्बर है बेटा, टिम्बर 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 मीन्स वुड. मूवबल है, मूवबल लेके जा सकते हैं. बीइंग ए सेलर लेके जा सकते हैं. वन कार इज ए सेलर, कार वाज पार्क्ड. कार भी मेरे को आता क्या? नहीं आता बेटा. Yes sir, no sir. I purchased only immovable property. Which property? So trees are immovable property because trees are benefits arising out of the land attached to earth. However, timber is not a immovable property. So the same is not permanently attached to earth. In the same manner, buildings are immovable property. ये एग्जाम में आया. लिखो इधर तक लिखो. Immovable property includes I am dividing like this 1, 2, 3, 4. In the ICA only running matter will be there. It includes A, land, keep the stars. B, benefits arising out of the land. Example, mango tree or well. Things attached to the earth are permanently fastened ante attached to the anything are attached to earth. You can write the example also beta. Tree is part of the land, but timber is not part of the land. Timber car parked over there. नेक्स्ट ये पूरा डेफिनेशन से बेटा इधर तक खत्म करेंगे. 5-6 हेडिंग्स आर देयर. कीप द हेडिंग imprisonment. Imprisonment means imprisonment as per IPC. Next, Indian law. All these definitions is coming in, is asking in the 2 marks, 3 marks. Indian law includes shall means. Indian law means any act, ordinance, regulation, rule. Act, ordinance, regulation, rule, order, bylaw before commencement of constitution, before commencement of constitution and after commencement of constitution. Note, UK laws are not part of Indian laws. UK రా లండన్ పీపుల్ మన రూల్ చేసింది. నోట్, యూకే లాస్ ఆర్ నాట్ డీమ్డ్ టు బి ఇండియన్ లా. యునైటెడ్ కింగ్డమ్ లాస్ అన్న. నెక్స్ట్, మంత్. ఫస్ట్ నో బెటా 5-6 differences are there, headings are there, one line only. So month means month as per the British calendar. Month means month as per British calendar. Movable property means other than immovable property. Oath means oath promise. Oath shall include affirming and declaring. Affirming means accepting. Declaring means also explaining. Offense means activity or omission. Activity or you're doing the murder. Yeah, offense beta. Murder is an offense. Company has to inform to ROC. Company is not filing with ROC. Company is not filing with ROC. ये omission है बेटा. So both are punishable by law. Both are punishable by law. उसको बोलते हैं offense. So act will do all two things. Do like this, don't do like this. Act like this, don't act like this. Do this thing, omit this thing. Yes sir, no sir. Then so offense includes activity or omission punishable by law. Then next, official gazette means Gazette of India or Gazette of the state. Official document of the government of India or government of the state. Person includes, person is different in every act but not defined. ऐसे वाला एग्जाम में आते बेटा 2 मार्क 3 मार्क के लिए. It includes company, association and any other BOI, body of individuals incorporated or not. Registered means registered in India under registered Indian laws. Registered means registered as per Indian laws. Rule means rule made under the any act. It includes the regulation. Rule means rule of the act. Rule of the act. It includes the regulation. Schedule means schedule of the act. Schedule means section of the act. Subsection means subsection of the section. Swear means affirming or declaring. Swear means swear, oath. Writing means writing includes printing, lithography, photography, etc. Year means year as per British calendar. Then so time भी हो गया बेटा. 5-6 है differences है ना. Year means year, month means month, section means section, subsection means subsection. ये लिखो 5-6 points. Done ना बेटा. So with this we have done with the first part of the GCA. That is the general definitions. General, we left with general provisions. General कल देखेंगे बेटा. Done. Have a great time. Enjoy the day. Prepare well. SG signing off. Take care. Have a small break. We'll start with auditing.